Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, we're going to review how to quickly pay off $10,000 of credit card debt in about 5 months. And as you can see here, we have a budget of someone who makes $5,000 a month, someone who has about $25,000 in a balance of a home equity line of credit, $10,000 of credit card debt, and this is going to be our focus for today's video. $10,000 of credit card debt, and we have other debts too. We have a auto loan, a mortgage, but for now we're just going to focus on paying off that 10K of credit card debt and see how long it takes us doing something called velocity banking. And if you don't know what velocity banking is, all it is a quick strategy or a strategy using lines of credit to quickly pay off debts. And so there's only two requirements for it. Number one is we need a budget. Already you have done that. If you can just do a basic budget like this, you could see where the holes in your bucket are, right? And every debt that you have is essentially a hole in your cash flow bucket. And what we're trying to do is cover up these holes and make sure we're trying to increase as much as our cash flow as possible. Okay, so number one, we've done our budget. Number two, we're going to use a line of credit as our main operating account. So there's different types of lines of credit. There's a home equity line of credit. There's a personal line of credit, credit cards. I'm going to use our home equity line of credit as our main operating account. And all a home equity line of credit is essentially almost like a credit card, but based on your home equity, similar to the value of a home, but minus all the debts associated with it. And let's assume that we have access to a $40,000 line of credit. So think of this is almost like a $40,000 credit card, but you could use it to pay anything: credit cards, loans, mortgages, whatever, right? And we're going to assume two things: $5,000 income, same income, and guess what? No expenses. Oh my goodness, no expenses. I'm not sorry, not no expenses, no savings. What am I saying? So same income, even though if we make more income, it's actually great, but we're gonna have no savings, right? If we had no expenses, that'd be fantastic, but we're gonna have no savings. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. And now what we're gonna do, the actual strategy is entire paycheck into line of credit, right? Entire paycheck into line of credit, expenses out. And if we put our entire paycheck into this line of credit, guess what? The minimum monthly payment satisfied, and you minimize the interest. Oh my goodness. So we don't have to take this into account anymore. And let's do this, right? Let's move this credit card debt, this $10,000 of credit card debt, into here. So we have a $25,000 balance. And then if we move that $10,000 credit card debt here, now it's a $35,000 balance. Okay. And guess what happens here? Oh my goodness, this goes to zero and this goes to zero. And now let's take a look as to what our cash flow is. Income minus expenses. Oh my goodness, how did we increase this from 1,400 to 2,200 without making more money? I don't know how I did it. It's almost like magic, right? So now what we got to do is just figure out how long it takes us to pay off $10,000, because that's essentially the credit card debt, right? And then we'll see if it takes 5 months or not, just like I made my clickbait thumbnail, right? All right. So now what I'm going to do is calculate the next month, the balance of the next month. So G2 plus H2 minus, so previous month's balance, previous month's interest minus our cash flow, 2251.63. So you see this 2251.63 right here. And then what we're going to do is calculate the average daily balance. So let's go ahead and do that, and then click right here, get the average of these two numbers, multiply it by the interest rate. This is 10% right here. And then we're not going to actually pay $3,300 in interest, because luckily they divide it by the number of days in a month, or just to approximate, you could divide it by 12 months in a year. Okay, so now what we have to do is figure out how long it's going to take us to pay this $10,000 of credit card debt, and see if it's actually going to take us 5 months, and we just rinse and repeat, right? So 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Oh my goodness, it took us 5 months to go from 35 to a little bit under $25,000. Bam! You see how easy it was? That was a 5 month credit card payoff of $10,000, right? 10,000, and then the rest is now just the HELOC. Okay, and so awesome. So milestone here, 10K of credit card debt we paid off in about 5 months. I am so excited. I don't know about you, but all we did was just put paycheck into line of credit, expenses out, and then maximize this number for our cash flow, right? And so now what we're going to do is just kind of keep going, right? So just kind of keep going, copy and paste the formula and see what if when this goes to zero, so the HELOC will completely be paid off in about month 17. So let's highlight that. So now this is going to be 35K, right? So 35K in 17 months. Okay, and how much is 17 months? That's a little bit less than 2 years, so about 1.5 years when I have this $35,000 debt paid off. And then what we do is focus on the auto loan and then the mortgage. Now, I'm not going to focus on that for this video because I just want to show how easy it is if you have credit card debt to pay it off, right? Paycheck in, expenses out, paycheck in, expenses out, and to pay off this 10K of credit card debt, oh my goodness, it just took 5 months. Mind blown, right? And we didn't even do anything, or we made a slight tweak to our behavior. Well, that's it for today for today's mini lesson. So if you're interested in expanding your knowledge, going over a little bit more than what we've gone over this video, and other topics such as real estate investing and joining our group to learn about what I just talked about, go ahead and click the Google Form link below. Other than that, have a happy, what day is today? Today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, and see you on the next video.